developing countries, how do they face climate change, and how is that different from the rest of the world? And in particular, how does that impact families in developing countries?
A few years ago, Guyana was deemed the second poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. And today, I can safely say we are the fastest growing economy in the world. But what has caused that? We have found oil. And oil resources are helping us attain what the developed nations already have. So Guyana, like many developing nations, is balancing the need for economic growth with the pressure to limit carbon emissions. 85% of Guyana is covered in untouched forest, which stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon, which makes us a net carbon sink. And if I can put some of that into perspective, that 85% I'm talking about is the size of Scotland and England combined. So you can just imagine how much forest there is in Guyana. We have an ongoing low carbon development strategy, which is a blueprint to how we can responsibly exploit our oil and gas resources and still maintain our environmental obligations to the planet. Guyana is a global leader in climate action, and due to its commitment to preserving and expanding its forests, we have garnered finances from the Kingdom of Norway and Hess corporations. So Guyana was able to sign agreements totaling $1 billion with the Kingdom of Norway and Hess corporations, and 15% of that goes directly to 200 indigenous communities, which supports over 800 sustainable development community projects. Oil resources are definitely allowing us to build out our critical infrastructure. And with regards to our health sector, we have 12 regional hospitals being built, which strengthens our health sector majorly. And we also have a lot of other infrastructure happening, like for instance roads and bridges. And with regards to our education sector, we have multiple schools being built throughout Guyana. So the bottom line is Guyana has managed to balance the need for vast development while still maintaining its position as an economic and environmental leader.
To Your Excellency Lady Arya, given Guyana's particular weather, we know it has a tropical weather, we know it has a risk of rising sea levels. What are the initiatives that you have been taking or the policies that you have been implementing to protect particularly the vulnerable families in those situations?
Because Guyana is below sea level, we have made significant investments in our sea defenses and other infrastructure to mitigate the impact of high sea levels. This helps to safeguard our farmlands from flooding and saltwater intrusion. The government of Guyana has also built climate-resilient roads, bridges, and other infrastructure to ensure that there is connectivity between farmers and their access to markets and other essential services. And to reduce the risk posed by climate change to agriculture, the government is encouraging farmers to diversify into less climate-sensitive sectors such as agro-processing and aquaculture. We're also offering financial support, technical support, and training programs to support farmers and rural families in climate-resilient practices. For example, there is a shade house program where women is provided with cash grants to build shade houses. The shade houses protect their crops from pests and harsh weather conditions. But this shade house program is very extensive. It not only caters for women and youth, but it also caters for persons with disabilities. The shade house program is also introduced into schools, which exposes our children to smart climate technology that requires less labor, and it definitely promotes food security.